Pranam everyone, welcome to yet another video at Eco Spirituality, and I hope you all are doing great and well, and welcome to this video. This topic is absolutely going to be around the feminine and the masculine energy, and इस video में हम discuss करेंगे another passage from the book written by Osho, the Book of Man. ये chapter basically chapter 12 है इस book से, where he is writing about the macho man. There comes a stage in the man's life jahan pe they consider themselves the macho man. Okay, so in this thing he talks a little bit about the woman and also the male ego, so to speak. Okay, so let me just read it to you and we can begin this video. Okay, so Osho writes, the ego is simply the ego. It is neither male nor female. But man has been very inhuman towards women for centuries, continuously. Okay. And the strange thing is that man has been so cruel and inhuman towards women because he feels a deep inferiority complex in comparison to them. The greatest problem has been that woman is capable of becoming a mother, she is capable of giving birth to life, and man is not. That was the beginning of the feeling of the inferiority complex, and that nature depends on woman, not on a man. Okay, so here he's saying that from centuries men have been feeling deep inferiority complex from women because women are maybe in somewhat way better than them, or maybe this whole life का जो cycle है वो पूरा का पूरा woman पर dependent होता है, because woman is the one who gives birth, and she has the capability of becoming a mother and giving birth to life. जिसकी वजह से somewhere or the other, man, man has found that she is in many ways stronger than him. Women are more patient, more tolerant than men. Men are very impatient and very intolerant. Women are less violent than men. Women don't commit murderers. It is the man who commits murders, who wages crusades, who is always getting ready for war and things like that. So here he writes that there is some certain bit of inferiority complex in men, and because of this, women have been facing a lot of, we can say, I'm not getting the word. We can say they have been facing injustice, right? So it is not only a question for you or me. When your woman is telling you that you have a male ego, when in fights or during relationships or during your lifespan, जब आपको कोई औरत बोले that you have a male ego, she is simply representing all women. ये बहुत important point है. Whatever I'm going to read from now on, so please listen to it carefully. When your woman is telling you that you have a male ego, she is simply representing all women, okay, including your mother, your sister, your grandmother, and so on. And you are nothing but a representative of all men. Okay, your forefathers have done so much harm that there is no way to come to a balance. So when your woman says that this is male ego, she is right, because the male has accepted himself as superior for so long that he does not feel that it is his ego. It is the woman who feels it. Don't deny her feeling, be grateful to her and ask where she feels the ego so that you can drop it. Very important point. Take her help so that you can drop your ego. Such a beautiful point this is. I mean, I don't think any men can ever think like that. If you do, claps for you. You are denying it. You don't feel that you have any male ego, but it is simply a traditional heritage. Every small boy has a male ego, just a small boy. If he starts crying, you immediately say, why are you crying like a girl? A girl is allowed to cry because she is subhuman. You are going to cry, be a big male. You are not supposed to cry or weep. And small boys start stopping their tears. It is very rare to find men who are as ready to cry and allow tears to flow as women are. I mean, this is an injustice done to men as well. They are taught not to cry. So, रोना नहीं है, लड़कियों की तरह मत रो, and things like that. So this is something which blocks the male from, acknowledging their emotions. So that's a blockage right there. Listen to the woman. You have suppressed and oppressed the woman so much. It is time that she should be listened to and things should be corrected. At least in your personal life, do as much as you can to allow the woman as much freedom as possible. Okay, this is a very controversial point. The same freedom that you allow yourself. Okay, help her to stand up so that she can blossom again. This is a very extreme point because nowadays we see that the feminism has risen so much that फेमिनिज्म की आड़ में या इस फ्रीडम की आड़ में इस चीज का फायदा उठाया जाता है. पीपल और विमेन वी गर्ल्स डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड दैट फ्रीडम कम्स at a stake of responsibility, right? So if a man is saying you this, at least in your personal life, do as much as you can to allow the woman as much freedom as possible. He's a gem. The same freedom that you allow yourself. I mean, yeah, we will have a more beautiful world if all women and women are half of the world are allowed to grow their talents, their geniuses. It is not a question at all. Nobody is higher, nobody is lower. Women are women, men are men. They have differences, but differences don't make anybody higher or lower. Their differences create their attraction. Such a beautiful point. Just think of a world where there are only men. It will be so ugly. Life is rich because there are differences, different attitudes, different opinions. Nobody is superior, nobody is inferior. People are simply different. Accept this and help your woman to be free from 10,000 years of repression. Okay, nowadays, what we don't understand is that from years and years, women have been oppressed. Okay, they were not allowed to go out, they were not allowed to follow their passions, their career, because of children. They had to उनको फैमिली बनानी पड़ती थी and things like that. So they have been oppressed, and वो oppression जो है ना, वो energy आजकल की women में आपको दिखती है. That is the reason that they fight, they revolt for freedom. They ask for freedom and they just want to be themselves, right? Help your woman to be free from 10,000 years of expression, buddy. Sorry, repression. Be a friend to her. Much harm has been done. She has been wounded so much that if you can do some healing with your love, you will be contributing to the whole world, to the whole world. Consciousness. This is such an important point that if you actually heal your woman, you just love your woman, you let her be who she is, what she likes doing, and how is she, whatever she is, who in the present, in the past, in the future, and बस वो जैसी भी है, let her be who is she, because this will actually heal her. Then it will heal the lineages. It will heal her mother, her grandmother, and things like that, and all the lineage will be healed if only one woman actually feels healed. Because वो ना एक karmic change भी रहता है in the whole consciousness जब आप एक healing provide करते हो अपने साथ के individual को. So if it is your sister, your partner, your friend, your female friend, any one of your wife, anything, help her heal and help her feel the freedom that you give to yourself, buddy. Don't feel bad if your woman says this is male ego. It is there in a subtle form, okay, unrecognizable, because it has been there for so long. अब ये ईगो जो है, मेल ईगो, काफी सालों से है हमारे पास, जिसकी वजह से ना ये थोड़ा लोग इसको ना एक्नॉलेज नहीं करते हैं, एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पाते हैं कि ओह मे बी दिस इज मेल ईगो, दिस इज माय ईगो, दिस इज समथिंग दैट आई हैव बीन डूइंग रॉन्ग, और ये हो सकता है कि शायद मैं गलत कर रहा हूँ, राइट? सो यू हैव फॉरगॉटन दैट दिस इज ईगो. वो इतना ही अनरिकॉग्नाइजेबल है कि आप भूल ही चुके हो कि शायद वो ईगो है. यू आर जस्ट लॉस्ट इन द थिंग whichever you are doing in your life. For example, जो ओशो जी ने फर्स्ट पेज में लिखा that the man has been feeling inferiority complex from the woman, right? So take her help so that you can recognize it and destroy it. Such a beautiful line. And yeah, this was something that he has written about the male ego, and I think this is a very important point in today's world also, because मोस्ट ऑफ द फाइट्स, मोस्ट ऑफ द रिलेशनशिप में जो इम्बैलेंस रहता है वो मोस्टली इस पॉइंट की वजह से रहता है. देर आर डिफरेंसेस ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग, देर आर डिफरेंसेस ऑफ हीलिंग. एंड इफ यू फाइंड अ मैन, आई मीन अगर मैन वुमेन को ज़्यादा तरीके से और एक हायर पर्सपेक्टिव से समझ सके, आई थिंक हाफ ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ द रिलेशनशिप would be solved, to be very honest. Because when you give space, the masculine, when the masculine gives space to the feminine to just be how she is, the world can flourish. She will be how she is. और वो जो healing energy है ना उसकी, जो उसको कुछ परेशान नहीं करती है, या उसकी आइडेंटिटी को नहीं डिसॉल्व करती है, या उसकी उसकी अपनी हीलिंग जर्नी को डिस्टर्ब नहीं करती है, वो वहाँ पे ना लव क्रिएट होगा. यहाँ पे लव क्रिएट होगा, रिस्पेक्ट क्रिएट होगी, डिग्निटी क्रिएट होगी, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी क्रिएट होगी, एक्सेप्टेंस क्रिएट होगी, पीस क्रिएट होगा. एंड जब ये पीस क्रिएट होगा, ये ऑफ कोर्स रिफ्लेक्ट बैक करेगा टू हुम, टू द मैस्कुलिन, जो कि मैस्कुलिन काफी सालों से इग्नोर करता आ रहा है या प्रॉपरली नहीं हैंडल कर पाता है. बिकॉज मैन वर मेड टू फाइट. They were not made to love and things like that. They were made for stability. They were made for groundedness. They were made for leadership. They were made for giving direction, right? So this was something that the Osho ji ने जो लिखा है, the Book of Man में, which is related to the male ego, and very important points that he has told, that give the woman your space to tell you that this is the male ego and not get offended by it, right? Because this is something how you can heal yourself. You can heal your generations, your forefathers, your fathers, and the children next to come in the next generation. And जिसकी वजह से थोड़ा balance create हो सकता है, right? Of course, both the energies, or both the people, the masculine and the feminine, have both their strong points and their negatives. But this is something that can heal relationships, and this is something that can also heal the oppression the women have been facing from the centuries, right? So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, you can please follow me and watch my content for more healing and more of your soul's growth. Have a good day ahead. Bye. Pranam.